On this cold and windy day, well, it's above zero or above freezing anyway, but I brought out my TC Impact Muzzleloader. I bought this one not too long ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, and it's an inline muzzleloader, of course, and it's a 50 caliber, and which I believe all the inlines are. And I actually went with a scope, like Wholesale Sports here in Canada is closing its doors, so this thing was 40% off, so I grabbed it. And so far it's looking like a decent quality rifle, and I'm sure it's far superior to that pellet flintlock. So I haven't fired this yet. Today's the first day out with it. And I got a Vortex 3 to 9 power, 3 to 9 by 40 scope, and I got it at the same place. Guns with this kind of have this kind of power. I'm going to try them with scopes, just to reach out there and actually hit something. As I age, even with the fiber optics scope or sights that this thing comes with, it's getting more difficult to see. It's funny about getting older, right? But I cleaned it all up last night. I had lots of preservative in the barrel, so I just did my 50-50 ballastone water and scrubbed it out, and it worked pretty good. I did have to take the front sight off to put this scope on. I like to run my scopes as close as I can to the barrel. So you can see I get this one fairly tight. I don't like reaching up too high looking. And I got these things, you can actually buy an extension for the buttstock, for the pad here. So I think I'm going to order one of those. And just to get that thing stretched out a little bit. I find I'm cooped up on it a bit. I got my cheap old plastic gun rest for dialing in that scope, and I'm going to be using these sabots. These are 451 or 52 sabots, and pretty much everything is their brand, except for the cast bullets. I'm going to use semi-wad cutters. They're about 250 grainers, and I'm going to use these for lighting off the powder. Shotgun 209 primers. I also got a bunch of black powder primers, but I'm using this powder, and they pretty much tell you to use regular shotgun primers. So I'm going to start this gun's life off with the Blackhorn 209. I like this stuff. It works good. Yeah, no swabbing between shots, extremely low residue, which is true. Easy cleanup. You do clean this like you would a smokeless powder. You don't want to use a soapy water. You want to use either ballastol or any of the other gun cleaners that are for like a smokeless powder. And I always read the instructions on this stuff. It even tells you there's certain types of acceptable breech plugs, and there's the unacceptable ones like that Inline, that Tracker 209 I got. It's basically a slide hammer. Hits the spring-loaded slide, hits the primer, and it's not really suitable for this stuff. So a little something to keep in mind. So there's a combination I'm using. And I'm going to get loaded up, and hopefully it won't be too much wind so I can get this sighted in. Alright, let's see how we make out the first shot. And there's just enough room under the scope for that hammer. And it looks like right from the get-go I got some adjusting to do here. Wow, is that trigger ever sensitive? It's just like I thought about pulling it, and boom. So we're low and left. Low and left again. Back to sandbags. Getting there. Yeah, just I clicked her up a little too much. Something I forgot to mention about this gun is it is a brake barrel. You just pull the catch back, load your primer, and you're in business. So there are the first 4 shots out of this rifle. Which wasn't too far. Low and left. Went the wrong way. So I ended up shooting lower in the second shot. And then a little high and right, but not sure where that's at yet. So I'll stick one more in this target. And then we'll work our way over to that one. If I have time, we'll go over there. Decided to run a patch thrower with just ballast though. Pretty dirty, but it's not that caked on fouling that you normally get. So just thought I'd give her a swab before I go at the 50 meter. A little to the right. Off to the right quite a bit, so I'll do a couple more, see where we're at. Still a little to the right. Last shot and this shot, I upped the powder charge to 100 grains. It's still comfortable to shoot though. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Little smidgen low. I'll do a couple more and see where they go. Shooting this gun is with a scope is a wonderful combination. Yep. Those semi-wad cutters do a nice job making perfectly round holes in my targets. So that's kind of a nice little group. So it's time to man up and go down and start blasting at 100 meters. See what happens. I'm at the 100 meters range. I'll zoom in and see if we can put some nice round holes in that target down there. It's low and a smidgen left. A little high. It's a little high. Actually, it's high. It's not right at all. High and right of where it was the last shot. Damn wind. Didn't see where that one went. I guess I'll see it in the video. That's it. I'm all out of powder. Pretty happy with this gun, I'll tell you. Yeah, one Thomson center Impact Muzzleloading rifle and a break barrel inline at that. Yeah, and it's very easy to clean because I prepped it. The only negative thing I can say about the gun, and it's not that bad, in fact I didn't even notice it once I started shooting, is the hammer under the scope, but there's no hole for an extension, and the reason being is because of how far back that hammer goes. It spends a lot of time in there, so you wouldn't be able to make that work, because that's it fully forward on the pin. But as you can see, it's not that big of a deal. That recoil pad it comes with is adequate, although it keeps knocking the muffs off. I'm trying not to trip over myself there. This 9 power scope, I'm happy with that. Works good, and I'm still going to mess around with the elevation. That's 120 grains. I was using a powder. The windage, I may have to tweak that when it's not blowing so hard. It's really windy here today. And this is probably the last day I'm going to get out here for quite a while. Temperature's supposed to fall off here. But hey, this is a good gun for the money. There's 3 perfect holes, absolutely perfect and round because of the semi-wad cutters. But there seems to be one missing. I thought I fired more than 3 shots. If there was a 4th, I completely missed the target, because I don't see any 45 caliber holes anywhere. Unless it went clean over, I don't know. Anyway, there's 3. That's my first shot here. Now it's 100 grains of that Blackhorn powder. This is I actually raised the scope and I shouldn't have. I went to 120, I think, but it looks we're 2 inches high here, and we're about 2 3/4 here. If I had have just left it, I probably would have got in around here ish. That one, the windage I'm not going to pay attention to because it is windy today. But I'm pretty sure I did 4 shots. I don't know where the hell that one went. Yeah, be in there somewhere. But yeah, I'm really happy with that gun. It's a good day. But it's time to go.